What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? I'm here. I am here. I am here. StreamYard always takes a few minutes for people to come in the room, so I ain't gonna be here long. I can't be here long, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drive for a minute or two, and then I'm gonna pull over so I can read the comments and stuff like that. Cause I know I can't do both at the same time. I know some people do it, but I ain't trying to be one of them people. Okay, so I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to get in here. Go ahead. While I get to a place. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I know LT just got done with his silly Saturday. Wait a minute. Hold on. What am I doing? Oh shoot. Oh, can y'all hear me? I hit the button while I was. I don't know how I did it, but I hit the button. Can y'all hear me? Hold. Good morning. Yes, Vova, I'm still on tour, honey. Somebody write in the chat if y'all can hear me, please. Because I just hit a button, and sometimes StreamYard is very temperamental. So please let me know. Oh shit! Let me know if y'all can. Okay, you can hear me. Cool, 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 cool. All right, because StreamYard be playing reindeer games sometime with people. So yes, I'm still on tour. I'm up in Detroit now to see Niecy. We're gonna probably go. Hey, girl, is that legal? I gotta hit you up too because Jen Shaw's trial starts this week, girl, and we gotta talk about some things. I know it looked like you were on vacation or something, so I don't know if you back off of cloud nine or what, but I'm gonna reach out to you later on this week. Well, next week, I guess technically. Um, yeah, I am in Detroit. I am in Detroit. I'm gonna pull over in this parking lot right here. Just left the hotel. I'm on my way to Niecy's house. Um, I told her I was gonna come over a little early to help her because she's having her housewarming today. Um, so that's why I meant to come live earlier, but I was talking to my mama, then I was talking to my aunt, and then it got late, and I was like, oh shoot. But I did want to come live and just hit up with you guys and check in, to just check in with everybody for a few minutes, and then she wants to go live. She wants to go live, so me and Niecy will probably go live. Either we'll do it today or we'll do it tomorrow before I leave. Um, is it's cold in the D. What D? Where is it cold? Hey, Lemon Kush. Hey, Tracy. You back? Okay, I'm gonna hit you up. Also, I got some information on what we were talking about the last time about the student loans. I'm gonna bring it to my people once I get all of the details. But I've been looking into that, and I may have some good news. So yes, honey, I'm excited about that too. As soon as I get back in town, I got to get up on that and get that paperwork turned in. But I might have some good news about my student loans, honey. It's not cold in Detroit now. Yesterday it rained, so it was a little chilly yesterday. But when I got here Friday, it was summertime, 80s, late 80s, and then today it's already 76 degrees, and it's not even noon yet. Well, it's noon now, but yeah, yeah. What's up, Bap? Did you see Cardi B playing "Bop It" with the fans head? Yeah, because the fan tried to grab the microphone out her hand. She was supposed to bop him. When you see both, because I saw a different angle this morning, and you could see where the fan grabbed her. She was supposed to bop them. Like, people be doing too much. And I know people could say, well, she was in the crowd, but just because the entertainer comes into the crowd doesn't mean you could just touch them and grab on them. Like, why are you grabbing the microphone out of her hand? What were you gonna do? Rap? You was gonna do the second, you was gonna do the second verse? Like, what was you gonna do? That's the old song talking about all the. Oh, it's so cold in the. Oh, see, y'all know I'm old. I don't even know nothing about it. Thank you, Kenneth. Child, I ain't know nothing about the child. I will say this. Um, Detroit is definitely interesting. That's all I'm gonna say about that, honey. But I've had a good time. I'm gonna do a story time. I'm gonna do a members only story time on this whole road. This my whole road trip, starting with I've been taking some pictures. I was gonna do like a vlog, but listen, I'm gonna give a shout out to people who do vlogs. Vlogs are hard because I was trying to remember to videotape stuff and take pictures of stuff. 'Cause I said I'm gonna do a vlog of my road trip. Child, that vlog is gonna turn into a story time with some pictures. Cause I'm like, once I, first of all, I'm forgetting to get good footage, and then when I do get some stuff, then I got to splice it all together. Child, keep your head down, and it's never fireworks. Listen, okay. Luckily, I'm on the outskirts. I'm not really in Detroit, but yesterday, me and my aunt, we went into Detroit, and I will, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole story time because, baby, yesterday we had a whole listen. We had an adventure. We had an adventure. We went over to Canada and everything. Child, we went. Listen, I will tell y'all this. We went over to Canada, right? And we were using the GPS, and the GPS was working fine until we stopped and got out the car. Um, we stopped and we got out the car, and when we got back in the car, baby, we could not get the GPS to reconnect, honey. So, baby, we had to do it old fashioned style and figure out how the hell to get out of Canada. Okay, we had to go back to the old school of what life was like before GPS, honey, and we had to figure this thing out. I'm gonna put it to you like this: we got so turned around that when we were back in line at border, the border patrol, we were back in line and we didn't know whether we were leaving Canada going into the United States we were back in the United States coming back into Canada. We had to ask the border agent. I said, "Don't laugh at me, but are we getting ready to head into the United States or are we getting ready to head back into Canada?" And they just laughed at us. They were like, "Wait a minute, you weren't trying to get to Mexico? That's Mexico." I said, "See, y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes." But baby, we got so turned around. But it was fun. I'll give y'all a whole, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole story time on my road trip. It'll be members only. So if y'all want to be a member, if y'all want to get the story time, y'all gotta go ahead and join the membership. Now y'all know I don't normally be like, but I gotta start giving my members these exclusives. I gotta give them the exclusives. So the members are gonna get the story time. Now I'm gonna tell you, Nisi wanted me to do a live, and she wanted me to make that members only, but I said no. The live is gonna be. We're gonna make the live for everybody because everybody loves you, Nisi, and everybody is happy for you, and everybody, is vested in Nisi. She's having her housewarming today, Nisi. For those who do not know why I'm in Detroit or don't know what's going on, or maybe if you're new subscribers, let me bring you guys up to date. So during the pandemic, my niece ended up quarantining with me, and she ended up living with me for about a year. And the whole time she was living with me, she had graduated from grad school and she was living in graduate housing. And she was supposed to start her job. She was supposed to move to Detroit and start her job at Ford. She works at Ford. And good job. She got a good job at Ford. And of course the pandemic hit and she was sort of stuck. She was living in graduate housing because she got her master's degree. She got her MBA from Drexel. And so she had to move out of graduate housing, but she thought she was going to be moving from graduate housing and going directly to little baby. Can you drop the link for membership, please, in the chat for me, please, baby? Um, she was going directly from Drexel to graduate housing. She was thought she was moving to Ford. We had already, I was going to help her move. We were going to do a road trip up to Detroit, take all her stuff, and then I was flying back home, and we had it all set up. And then of course the pandemic hit and her job was put on hold. We was even nervous at one point that she might not even that they may end up not even hiring her. But she did get the job, and she was working remotely. And so finally, a couple of months ago, they finally said, because they kept saying, well, we're not sure when we're going to be back in the office. We're not sure. We're not sure. And so finally, they told them that they all had to be in Detroit I think she had to be in Detroit by May the 1st, I think. And so she started looking for an apartment. And, she was doing it virtually. So she had an agent up here helping her find an apartment. And the agent told her, she said, listen, for the amount of money you about to pay in rent, because she doesn't, she was looking close to her job, because where she lives now, she's only 10 or 15 minutes from her job. They said, for what you looking for in rent, you can buy a house. She said, do you want to start looking for houses? Thank you, little baby. Little baby put the link in the chat, y'all. She put the membership link in the chat. Thank you. And so she started looking for a house, and she bought a house. And so we're up here now for her housewarming, and she's got Her best friend is here. She has some good friends because her friends came from Philadelphia and New Jersey. Her best friend is here with her husband and their baby and the dog. Lord, they bought the dog too, child. A couple of her sorors are here. I think a couple of her line sisters are here, and their significant others. And then me, my dad, and my aunt came up. Her brother was going to come. Y'all know my nephew. Y'all don't know my nephew, my older nephew. I know my baby, the baby, but y'all don't know my older nephew. I have an older nephew. He's older than my niece, but he's in the military. He lives in California. So he was supposed to come, but he can't make it. But he's going to come. He's going to be in DC, him and his family, because he's married with 2 kids. So they're coming to DC for Christmas. So I have not seen him since his wife was pregnant with the first baby. I haven't met either one of my I guess those are my great niece and nephew. I mean, yeah, because it's got a boy and a girl. I guess that's my great niece and my great nephew. I haven't met them. I FaceTime with them and stuff like that. So I'm excited because me and Niecy were supposed to go to California to go visit him, but of course, every time we got ready to plan a trip, then the numbers would go back up, and then he got deployed and he left. He was in Afghanistan for about 6 months, so it's been a lot. It's been a mess. So our favorite millennial is moving up and well, yes, honey, she got herself a house, and it's cute. It's a really nice house. It's a real quiet neighborhood. She said that it's mostly older people in her neighborhood. It's real quiet. It's nice. It's really cute. It's a 3 bedroom. It's older. It's an older home. But it's 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then she's got a full basement downstairs. She's got a big backyard. She's got a driveway with a detached garage. So she said during the winter, she'll be able to put her car in the garage when it snows and stuff like that. So it's nice. It's really cute. It's really, really, really cute. I know, right? I'm a great auntie, child. Oh, wait a minute. You say you only see Avon and Amazon? What is the link? Let me see. Hold on. That's not the link for the membership. Hold on. Where's Abby? I don't want to leave out because I know Abby knows how to drop the link. I mean, I'm not saying you don't, little baby, but um, yeah. Do you see now? I think if you have an iPhone, you can't do it from your phone. You have to do it from a laptop. I think. I know that's how it was at first when they first did the memberships. You had to do it from the If you had an iPhone for whatever reason, iPhone and Google they're not compatible because Google is it's Androids. So if you have an Android, you can join directly from from your phone. But if not, if you have an iPhone, you have to do it from a laptop. If you go to the laptop and you go to my page, you'll see the join membership button. It'll be right there. But thank you, Kenneth, for even wanting to be a member. We're gonna figure it out, baby. We're gonna get you in there. We're gonna get you in there. What's up, Yana? Been listening and making my bed. So happy for Niecy. Can't wait to see her. Yeah, so we either gonna go live later on today. It's gonna depend on how busy it is. Because I was trying to get to her house early. But as y'all can see, I decided I was gonna do a live with y'all before I head on over there. So I'm sitting in the parking lot I'm about 3 minutes from her house. I'm not that far from her house. You on your iPad? Yeah, it's not gonna let you do it from the iPad. Yeah. That's the problem. That's what it is. So if when you get to a laptop, you have to do it from a laptop. I mean, I know why it's like that because of course, Google. Can y'all hear me? Somebody just tried to call me. Can y'all hear me? I hope it didn't. Somebody drop a yes in the chat if y'all can hear me because somebody just tried to call me, chat. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the live when I get home. I should be home by Thursday. Right. Google is Android and Android is Google. Right. So if you have an iPhone, it's just not, you can't do it from your iPhone. Yeah. Because there's certain things that I can't do because I have an iPhone. There's certain things I can't do on my own YouTube channel from my phone. I got to be on a laptop to do it. Yeah, she definitely got in. She got in good because again, it's a really cute house, and it's some things she wants to do, but like I told her, I said, listen, don't stress yourself. The thing about being a homeowner is that it's always something to do, child. You're never done. So don't try to do it all at one time. Don't stress yourself about it. Take one project at a time. Right now, you just want to get your house furnished. You want to get everything set up the way you want it, and then you can start dealing with the aesthetics. Like when I first moved into my house, before I put any furniture in my house, I got my house painted because I don't like white walls. So I knew that's one thing I wanted to do. I do not like white walls. So before I did anything in my house, I had a professional cleaning service come in and clean my house. I had somebody come in and do the rugs because y'all, I don't know if I told you this, but I bought my house was a short sale. So the owners who had it before me, they were getting divorced and they had to sell the house quickly. So it cleaning wise, it wasn't in the best condition. I mean, it was a good house, but like the carpets hadn't been cleaned and the walls hadn't been painted, that kind of stuff. So I had somebody come in. I had a professional service come in and clean my house. I had somebody come in and paint the rooms that I wanted painted, and I picked out my paint, and I had my carpets cleaned. That was the first thing I did. And then I worried about the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I knew those were the three things before I moved anything in that house, before I put one stitch of anything in that house. I bought a brand new bedroom set for my bedroom, and then my old bedroom set that I had already had, I put that in the guest bedroom. So the guest bedroom still got my old bedroom set, child. I haven't upgraded that. It's still the same because I don't have that many guests. I mean, other than when Niecy was living with me, I don't have that many people staying at my house. Um, and then when I first moved in my house, my living room furniture was given to me. My cousin gave me my living room furniture. That living room furniture I have now, I bought later. So yeah, you just take one thing at a time. Exactly, Kenneth, and that's exactly what it was too, child. I had to get a. I mean, like I said, there were things that I had to do when I first moved in. Like I had to put a new kitchen sink on the kitchen because Lord, I don't know how they was doing anything in that kitchen. That kitchen sink was, I mean, the faucet was, oh, it was nasty. I was like, how y'all washing dishes and doing any? So y'all must not have been using this daggone kitchen because that was nasty. And they had kids, so it was little stuff that you could tell wear and tear from, kids stuff. So but I did that stuff, and then I went back and started doing the aesthetic things and the, you know, that kind of stuff. Plus, it's easy and better to get things painted and weatherized before you move in. Right, right, exactly. Exactly, Lauren. That's exactly why I did it because I said you got your Avon order. Thank you, Lady Virtue. Thank you for your support. Listen, I got an Avon order sitting by my door from last week. I never opened up the box before I left. I didn't have time. Listen, that turnaround was so quick. I got back home Sunday. Monday was 4th of July. Went out for 4th of July. Had to take my braids out, wash my hair, get my hair done, wash my clothes, repack, and get right back on the road. Baby, I barely had time last week to turn around. Barely had time to turn around. Well, let's get into these things, y'all, because I can't be here too long because I did promise Niecy I would get there early, and my goal was to get there by like 11 o'clock. Y'all clearly see that didn't happen. I didn't even wake up until 10 o'clock, child. But let's get into a few of these things. So Elon Musk, child. Now Elon Musk said, "Never mind, psych. I didn't mean it. I don't want to buy it now. I changed my mind. Return to sender to Twitter." He then said that he is no longer interested in acquiring Twitter. Now, what he's claiming that the reason why he is no longer interested in acquiring Twitter. He is claiming that it is because they cannot verify their numbers. What he's saying is Twitter has a lot of bots, and Twitter has a lot of multiple accounts, and Twitter has a lot of dead accounts. Well, we know that on any social media apparatus, you're going to have that. They have it on Facebook, they have it on Instagram, they have it on Snapchat. Any social media, you have people who make accounts and they make 2 or 3 accounts. I have 3 Twitters and I got 3 Instagrams, right? So you have people who make multiple accounts. You have people who did an account and they no longer do it anymore. I mean, how many people don't go on Facebook anymore, but you still got a Facebook page? Most people don't go in and delete this stuff. They just stop using it. And then we know the bots. I mean, we see it here on YouTube. We know the bots. And so what Elon Musk is claiming is that Twitter, the value of Twitter is based on part of the value is evaluated on the amount of people that they have using the service. And so what he is saying is you can't guarantee or you can't verify that if they say it's 500 million people using Twitter, maybe he's saying, well, maybe it's closer to 350 million because, you know, 150 million of those people are bots, are duplicate or are duplicates, right? That's what he's claiming. And he said because Twitter cannot, to his satisfaction, verify what is or what isn't, that's why he wants to back out the deal because basically he's saying the price is inflated because it's based on false numbers, right? But if you ask me, child, I don't think he ever really had any intention of really buying Twitter. I think he just wanted to start some bull hockey and put some mess out there. The other side of it is he didn't have the money. Now, let's be clear. Elon Musk is a rich dude. He absolutely is. But there's a difference in being liquid and just being worth. You can be worth $500 billion. That don't mean you got $500 billion in the bank. He was trying to buy Twitter for $44 billion, but he didn't have $44 billion. Um, he was using his Tesla stock. He was using his Tesla stock in order to complete this deal. And what ended up happening was, as a result of him trying to buy Twitter, the Tesla stock plummeted, which pissed off not only share owners of Tesla, but his board over there. And they were actually trying to run him out of there as they were really trying to push him out of Tesla as a result of what he had going on with this Twitter deal. Right. Net worth is not what your money you own. Exactly. Elon, no, he wasn't going to follow through. He just wanted to stir up media. Exactly. I thought we needed a phone number. A phone number for what? For Twitter? Well, when you first started doing Twitter, you ain't need all of that. You just started up a Twitter account. But I got 3 Twitter accounts. I don't know if I don't know anymore because I did them so long ago. Android is the way to go with child. Hell no. I never say never, but I probably won't. I think Elon was just mad that people were critiquing him for being a racist, deprived. Oh Lord, okay. This was a publicity stunt for him. I never got into these conspiracy theories that he was going to restore free speech. Child, no. Twitter's only good for trolling and not amateur porn. Not a good investment. I will say this: it is a lot of porn on Twitter because the Twitter on my phone, I have the block on it, so I can't see all of that stuff. Like, but the Twitter on my computer, oh my goodness, Lord! When I scroll Twitter on my computer, oh my, I'm like, damn, what is all this stuff popping up? Now the problem though is, as a result, Twitter is now suing him, saying, "Oh no, 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 not so fast, sir. We signed I don't know the legal term, but they basically signed a conditional deal. I guess a memorandum of understanding would probably be the closest legal term I can think of right now. They signed this memorandum of understanding back in April, and they have basically been depending on whatever he promised them. And so they say the board, the head of Brett Taylor, I think his name is, he said that Twitter has every intention of suing him if he does not go forward with this case. Hey Diva, hey Boo, Child Xavier, I don't know, but clearly I'm following somebody because Lord, I said what in the world? But these conspiracy theories about Trump and whatnot were BS because he has to actually care, which he doesn't. He only cares about himself. Well, there you go. But yeah, honey. So that was the. I said, well, that's gonna be interesting. Now it looks like when the article I read last night, it said that it was gonna happen in Delaware. Um, now I guess I don't know if Twitter started in Delaware. I don't know how Delaware has jurisdiction. Again, that's a legal question that I would have to find out from a lawyer. I don't know how Delaware has jurisdiction, but Delaware is where they filed the case from the way the article read. So we will see, honey. We will see. They finna sue him good, take his fuck ass to the cleaners. Well, listen, all I gotta say is this. If I'm gonna say this, if they sue him, if they don't come to some sort of understanding or agreement and they sue him, baby, that's gonna be the court. Listen, that's gonna be the court case of the century right there. Now that you talk about a court case, baby, ooh wee, that's gonna be the court case of the century. And this right there in Delaware, child, I might drive my happy ass up to Delaware and see what's going on. And right, Tesla, and that's the other thing too, Cameron. You're right. Tesla has been getting hit with a lot of racial discrimination lawsuits. So Tesla got their own thing going on there. And that's another reason why their stock is dropping. It ain't just because of Elon. It is because of some of these lawsuits as it relates to, because remember they lost the one racial discrimination case. They lost that case. And now, last week, they said that I think 15 more employees filed another lawsuit against them. So even if they settle all 15 of those lawsuits, baby, that's going to cost them some money and their reputation. One of his daughters is trying to know. She did. She's trans and she legally changed her name. And she did not take Musk as her last name. She's a trans woman, I believe. And if I'm incorrect, please correct me because I don't want to misgender. I think she's a trans woman. And she legally changed her name, and she does not. Now, I just wanted to know, do you not want his money either? Mm. Twitter's articles of confederation were filed in Delaware. Well, there you go. Thank you, Authentically Young. There you go. So he's not trying to pay the cancellation fee. Child. Plus, he is simultaneously dealing with a potential $200 billion crypto. That's the other thing too, Diva. There you go. It's a lot of stuff going on because remember they filed that lawsuit against him for that crypto. We talked about that here a couple of weeks ago. With the crypto thing. You right, Diva. And also, did y'all know that it came out a couple of days ago that it came out that he secretly fathered a set of twins with one of his employees? Did y'all see that? That hit the news a couple of days ago, honey. He had a baby with his girlfriend, and the twins are only a couple of weeks older than the baby he had with his girlfriend child. And that was around Christmas, I think. Mm-hmm. Elon got a lot of shit going on with him, y'all. Elon got a lot of shit going on with him. There you go, Cameron. Exactly. Yep. There you go. One of his employees. Which that's that's a violation all day long. That's HR all day long right there. I mean, forget about the fact that he was already in a relationship and he got a whole nother baby that's only a couple of weeks younger. That's a whole sexual harassment situation. It don't matter whether the relationship was consensual or not. That is sexual harassment. You cannot date a subordinate. You can't do it. Y'all know how I kept going off when we were with Candy in the game, when I was reviewing Candy in the game, how I kept going off about that situation with the bartender dating the manager. That's just not a good look. Everything is cool when we getting along and we good, but the more I hear about Elon, the more crazy. Elon must listen. Elon is crazy. His middle name is Trouble. Whose middle name is Trouble? Elon Musk's middle name? Child, ain't nobody fooling with Elon. It ain't just black men who out here having all these broken homes. No, and people need to stop acting like it is. Child, listen. There's some things that cross racial barriers, and that is definitely one of them. Okay. I mean, it ain't nothing to be proud of, but it is what it is. Oh, Elon is trouble, child. I want the trans daughter to spill all the tea. She might, because it seems like she don't have no use for her daddy. She might have some things to say. Everyone with power has some sort of craziness. I can agree with you on that one, Kenneth. Some people, people pick Delaware to start business because you can remain private. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Because isn't Delaware a Commonwealth? I know Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth. We have a few Commonwealths in the United States, and Commonwealth is a little bit different. I think Delaware is a Commonwealth. I think. I gotta I gotta go do my fresh. I gotta listen. I gotta freshen up on my government. That's the one out of all of the I'm my certification is in social studies, which means that technically I'm qualified to teach anything that falls under the umbrella of social studies. But that's the one class I have never taught. I have never taught government. I have taught U.S. history. I have taught world history. I have taught geography, psychology, African American history. I have never taught government. The closest I ever came to teaching government was when I worked at the jail. Because when I worked at the jail, I had to teach a little bit of everything, but it wasn't like a regular year-round class. Like when I worked at the jail, I only taught like if I had kids who were supposed to have government, and maybe they were only there for 2 weeks, maybe they were there for 2 months. It was different. It wasn't the same as me teaching a class from beginning to end. So some of the nuances of my government is a little rusty, y'all. It's a little bit rusty. History is my thing. I will agree with you, really, B. But if my billionaire boss hits on me, I'm jumping on that bed, sign all the NDAs. But see, that's a different conversation. Now, there are most jobs actually. There is a policy where you go to HR and you tell HR, listen, we are in a consensual relationship, and you have to sign the paperwork, and they file that paperwork on file, and basically that eliminates any type of harassment and any potential lawsuits because y'all notified human resources and you both signed off on it saying this was consensual, and you basically are never going to sue if the relationship turns. But and they may have done that. I don't know. They may have gone to HR. They may have followed the procedure. But there is a way to do it. You just have to follow. You got to do it. You have to have the paperwork. Just last month, the Tesla combusted. Oh Lord, Pat, no! It only takes a couple of women to come out for the others to build courage to come out. That's true, Diva. That is true. Elon got the sneaky smirk, and corrupt having face and spirit. I would trust him with a platinum EBT card, not a platinum EBT card. Child. But does that work with the owner of the damn company? I don't know, so Jeff. I don't think it does. I really don't. But again, I've never been in human resources, so I don't know. But I do know that if you're dating, like I know there are a lot of jobs where if you're dating, you go to HR, you have to file the claim. I mean the paperwork, and you have to sign off on it. And I still don't know if that covers a subordinate. I still don't think that that's a subordinate situation. You still would have to move. Like if you start dating someone that's a higher rank than you or a higher position than you, they still can't be your direct supervisor. Even if y'all do say, "Hey, we're in a relationship," somebody got to move. Like just like what they were doing with Candy, they were like, "Well, one of y'all got to change restaurants." Like y'all can't. He cannot be your direct supervisor, and that's the proper procedure. Every time I see Elon Musk, I just think about the movie I Robot. Child. If Elon is only having male children, then this is giving me that he's not a father, but more of a breeder who's trying to possibly build little Elon. He sees them as clones. Oh, child. Child. At Albertsons, when my coworkers were dating, one of them got transferred, which is why most people don't report. Yeah, I mean, people don't report it for a lot of reasons. Um, and definitely that's one of them because nobody wants to move their job. Nobody wants to have to leave where they are. But at the end of the day, if you don't tell them, you put yourself in risk of losing your job or worse. Child. So anyway, that's what's going on. with the Elon Musk and Twitter situation. But like I said, and I don't know if girl if that's legal if she is still in here or not. But baby, if that thing go to court, baby, that is going to be a trial of the century because that's going to be because it'll set precedent as well. That'll be a lawsuit that will set precedent because there are a lot of elements in that lawsuit that are things that again, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm gonna say this loosely. Based on my limited knowledge of the law, there are a lot of things in there that are nuances to where we are today in a technology field. Acquiring a social media company where you have to try to how do you figure out how many bots you have? What algorithm do you have to eliminate bots and eliminate duplicate accounts and dummy accounts and trolling accounts? You know, there are some people who create accounts just so they control celebrities or just so they control their ex-boyfriend. Like how what and I'm sure there's an algorithm, let's be clear. I'm sure there's one that exists or one that can be created. But how do you create that? Like how do you um um what's the word I'm looking for? How do you account for that? So right, Cameron. We thought Johnny Depp, child. This is gonna be a whole because again and again, I would have to ask an actual attorney who practices this type of law. I have a girlfriend who does cyber law, and I'm gonna reach out to her and see if because see if this would set a precedent because I feel like it would. Hey, Janae, you in Baltimore? Oh, girl. Listen, I'm in Detroit, child. If you were in the area, we could meet up for something. I can definitely see him doing that. The trans daughter needs a book deal. Child, listen, you talk about a bestseller, honey. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So that's Elon Musk. So update on the Caesar situation. Caesar Emanuel from Black Ink Crew. I even have an update to the story I did last night. That's where you're originally from, Detroit. Yeah, child. I'm in your neck of the woods, honey. I'm in the outskirts. I'm outside of the city. Um, I'm not gonna say exactly where I am, but I'm outside of the city. But not too far out of the city because we went into when we went into Detroit yesterday. We were only when we put the first place we went was by the Motown Museum, and we were only I think 15 minutes away from the Motown Museum, so we're not that far outside of the city. Yeah, we're not that far outside of the city. Um, and they doing construction to the Motown Museum, so we couldn't go. I'm gonna show y'all the picture. I told you can see the construction fence and everything, because it said when I looked it up on the internet, it said it was temporarily closed. Um, but I said, well, at least we can go out and take. Because I've been there before. The last time I came to Detroit, I did the tour. I went to the Motown Museum and I did the tour and everything. But my aunt had never. My aunt had never been, and so she wasn't all that pressed to do the tour. But I said, we'll at least go by and we could take some pictures outside of Hitsville. Because my aunt that I'm with is my mom's baby sister, and there's a like a 10-year age difference between them. And so this was always the cool aunt. When we were growing up, this was the cool aunt. You know what I'm saying? Because she was younger than my mom and my other aunt. Because my mom and my other aunt, they're Irish twins. They're only 11 months apart, something like that. They're less than a year apart. And so then it's 10 years to get to my aunt. So my other, my baby aunt, the one that I was with yesterday. And so she didn't really grow up on Motown like my parents did. I mean, she didn't grow up on it. It wasn't like for my parents, like my dad, oh my gosh, my dad was in heaven. When we came to Detroit the last time and he went to the Motown Museum, oh my goodness. Like he was like, we could leave. Like after we went to Motown, baby, he was good. He was good. But my aunt, she was like, I mean, I don't really need to do the tour and everything. So I was like, all right, well, let's go by and we can take pictures. But then, like I said, they have the whole thing gated off. You can't even get up to take pictures. So we just took pictures from the car. We didn't even get out the car, child. There was a guy in front of us. He got out the car and he walked up and stuff. I said, you ain't even had to get out the car, bro. As close as you got, you could have just zoomed in from your camera. Okay. Uh, how can you tell if trolling pages are fake or not? That's what I'm saying, Tracy. I don't know. That's why I feel like this would set a precedent, because when you start talking about buying and selling these social media apps, because let's be clear, I don't think that Elon Musk had any intention of I don't think he was sincere in wanting to buy Twitter. But what I will say is his point for wanting to pull out of buying Twitter is a valid point. He has a valid point to say, listen, the value of this company is based on, that's just like a value of a company is based on customers. Well, if half of your customer list is a dummy list or a fake list to try to bump up the value of the company, then I'm buying a company and it's not worth what I'm buying it for if these customers aren't real customers. So I understand his point is valid, but there too the question number one is, how do you how do you eliminate it? What algorithm does exist? How can these social media apps clean up, um, clean up their roster or whatever? And how do you stop somebody from doing what Elon Musk did? Because I don't think, and this is my opinion, and a lot of people share my opinion, but I don't think he ever did this in good faith. I don't think he ever legitimately was trying to buy Twitter. I don't think it was ever done in good faith. That's my opinion. So yeah, so let's get back to Caesar. So Caesar, for those who don't know, from formerly of Black Ink Crew, Caesar Manuel, y'all know that the video surfaced a few weeks ago of him um um beating the dog, and he accused his ex-girlfriend of being the one that leaked the tape. He got fired from Black Ink. Well, found out yesterday that there is a warrant for his arrest for animal cruelty. His attorney said that he would turn himself in, but they once again they said that his ex-girlfriend Suzette, what was her last name? I forgot her last name. It starts with an S, I think. But anyway, I forgot her last name now. It's escaping me. But they were saying that she was the one that filed the official complaint, which is why he had a warrant for his arrest. Now she came back today, and I'm gonna do a quick drop on it later on. But she came back today and said that's a lie. She said she has not filed a complaint against Caesar. She said the only legal paperwork that she presented him with is a cease and desist for him to stop disgusting her, and that's the reason why his attorney. She's saying that that's the reason why his attorney made that statement instead of him, because he has a cease and desist where he cannot speak her name anymore. Not a cease and desist, a gag order, so that he cannot speak her name anymore because she said he was out here lying on her, and so she said that that warrant came from Fulton County. Fulton County took that warrant out on him based on that video. She said she has not filed a complaint against him because his lawyers were trying to make it seem like, oh, she just did this as retaliation and she filed the paperwork and da 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 da. And she was like, that paperwork ain't come from me. That paperwork came from them. Like, I didn't do that. Child, he should have put that as a contingency about how many bots there are prior to making an offer. Well, that's exactly, yeah. Yeah. Kelly did it to Cody Cosmetics. Yeah, now I haven't been following that case. I know Emily D. Baker has been following that case, and that's one of the cases that she was breaking down. I really didn't follow that case, but I know it was something along those lines. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to actually get jail time, but he'll definitely have to probably pay a fine because he's gonna have to file. I know people don't like to plead guilty, but he need to just plead guilty and take whatever is coming his way. Try to make a plea deal because the videotape is clear. Like, you can come up with all the reasons you want to say, well, they were attacking each other and I was fearful, but what you did was excessive. Like, it was still excessive what you did, regardless. And none of that's on the video. And I mean, if I'm on a jury and you tell me, well, they were attacking each other inside the house, and what you're seeing is me trying to separate them. Well, my thing is this: Well, the dog was already outside of the house. They were already separated at that time. So what your response was in that moment was excessive, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like you could have just closed the door and kept that dog outside until you could call animal control or until the dog calmed down. I mean, once the dog was out the house, right? Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong because I still haven't I ain't looked at the tape, but based on the way it was described to me, because I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see nothing like that. So that's why I haven't looked at it. Yeah, he'll get some fines. He may have to do some community service, child. And for people who are comparing this to Michael Vick, it's not the same. Look, we have got to stop. And when I say we, I ain't talking about people in this chat. I'm just saying people in general, y'all. We have to stop taking situations that are similar and comparing them as if they are the same. Michael Vick was convicted of running a dog fighting ring, which means that he had an ongoing criminal operation. And in that criminal operation, he had dogs literally killing each other, and this went on for a period of time. That is not the same as with Caesar Emanuel. Now, is it still animal cruelty? Sure, but it's not the same. Y'all, we got to stop that. Because I had people in my comments talking about, well, Michael Vick, this is different. It's not the same, y'all. It's not the same. Two dogs were in the same cage before he rolled it downhill. Okay, okay, okay. Why would he have both the dogs in the same cage? That don't even make sense anyway, right? Again, I don't know dogs. I don't know nothing about dogs, so let me just leave that there. He literally has a dog in a cage and then kicked it down the hill. See? Okay, I'm done. I don't want to keep talking about that because that's gonna piss me off and that's gonna make me mad. So I got a few more minutes before I get off of here. Let me see what else I had on my list, child. I wrote a list for y'all. Brittany Griner. Okay, so Brittany Griner, she pled guilty on Friday. She pled guilty um, to possession and something else. There were two charges she pled guilty to. We know she wrote an open letter to the president. We know that the president has spoken to her wife, and the press secretary has stated that this is a priority of President Joe Biden to bring Britney home. Britney's coach made a comment that people mad at her coach, but I ain't mad at her coach. Her coach said if this was LeBron James, he'd already be home. Now I'm not gonna say I agree with it, but I ain't mad at her for saying it. I don't know if LeBron James will be home, but I do know there will be a larger outcry to bring LeBron James home. I know that. There will be a larger outcry to bring LeBron James home, but I don't know if LeBron James will be home because, again, the political climate is the political climate. He beat a larger dog with a chair and had two small dogs in a cage and attempted to roll them down the hill. Okay, yeah, he got a problem. That's why I think there was some dog fighting going on because why the dogs in that little ass cage. Well, I tell you what, if he was into that, Suzette will tell it, cause baby, the more he try to blame stuff on her, the more she talk tells what was going on. Cause in that last statement, she talked about how he basically was cheating on her the whole time, and every time she speaks, she give a little bit more. He need to leave her alone because she really ain't trying to put him out there on Front Street. That's what she really need to do. And then on another side of this Caesar situation, and I don't know the whole story, so that's why I didn't do a quick drop on it yet, because I gotta get the whole story before I tell y'all what the deal is. But Miss Kitty, Caesar is out here alleging that Miss Kitty was sleeping with production and sleeping with the cameraman and sleeping with, and Miss Kitty said he lied on her. She said, "Listen, I didn't sleep with all these people he said I slept with." She said, "I did have a relationship with one of the producers." She said, "But we were boyfriend and girlfriend for a year and a half, and everybody knew about it. It wasn't a secret, and that was my boyfriend. Like, we weren't just sleeping around. He was my man." Um, she said that her going to Chicago was not her idea. For those who follow the show, you know that Miss Kitty left um, New York and went to Chicago. It was like a whole storyline. She said that that was the producer. She said they always wanted her to go to Chicago, and her storyline on Chicago was supposed to be her helping Ryan get into therapy. But Caesar brought the whole rumor that they were sleeping together. She said that was a rumor that had been out there, but it was a rumor that her and Ryan both dispelled. Um, Now Ryan said they were sleeping together, child. Ryan did a live a while ago, and he ain't come right out and use the language we were sleeping together. But somebody asked in the chat, "Were you and Miss Kitty sleeping together?" He said, "Now come on, you know what it was. What you think? You know what it was." So he left the illusion that they were sleeping together. And they may have been, but again, she grown, and it's her business, and it ain't Caesar's business to put her business out there. Mind your business. The bigger issue is that the WNBA players are paid minuscule money and are forced to work these dangerous countries. Agreed. I'm confused about Brittany Griner. If she did something, why would they send her home? You can't pay me enough to go to Russia under any. There would be a large outcry. I don't agree with Brittany breaking their laws, but I did see them using her as a pawn. Right. So that's what I'm saying. If it were LeBron James, baby, they would be using. They would be using. You know how they would. Child. Now, I will say this to answer your question, Miss Sharon. Um, the other thing with because what you say is valid. If she broke the law, she broke the law. Y'all know I've been saying that from the beginning. If she broke the law, she broke the law. But what people are saying is there have been other people in Russia convicted for the same offense and been let go with a fine. Like they're literally keeping this woman in jail. They've already said she's gonna be. I mean, if nothing, if Biden, I'm getting ready to start driving, y'all, so I'm not looking at the chat anymore. If Biden didn't it's getting hot out here, y'all. If Biden didn't address it, oh Lord, what am I doing? Look at me, I'm about to be in line at the Checkers. I ain't trying to go to Checkers. If Biden doesn't get her out, at this point, she's going to be in jail for over a year. And what they're saying is there are other people in Russia who've been convicted of the same thing who don't even serve jail time. And we got somebody who has already been in jail for 7 months. She got arrested at the end of January. So I think that's what the big issue um, is that the what's that is not matching. Damn, I should have went. Damn it, I should have went. Okay, hold on, y'all. If y'all type in the chat, give me a second, cause I'm literally trying to. Okay, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, green light, green. Oh no, all right. I'm at a red light, so hold on. I can look at the chat. I still think Ryan and Kitty were messing around. I do feel like Kitty was. Oh Lord, if it was LeBron, they might have got their arms dealer out of the U.S. Yeah, now if it was LeBron, they might be willing to make that trade. I will say that. Yeah. So, we got an update on the YSL RICO case. Um, what am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry. We got an update on the YSL RICO case. What is it making me do? Oh, okay. All right. Um, One, Gunner was denied bail again. They're not gonna let that boy go home. Like I don't know why. His lawyer need to stop trying. They're not letting either one of them go home. They're gonna be there until their trial start. Unless something miraculous happens, they're gonna be there. Two, come to find out that the prosecution had to go to file paperwork to have the witnesses' information be redacted and hidden because they were threatened. First of all, to me, that should have been automatic. Like, you know what you're dealing with. You know street code. You know how these people feel about snitches. You know, like, witnesses come up missing all the time in cases like this. Why wouldn't their information already be protected? But either way, it went to court, and the witnesses' information is going to be protected, because they said they were getting death threats and stuff. But I feel like, isn't it? I mean, is it too little, too late at this point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but is it is it too little, too late? Is this the right street? Oh yeah, I'm on the right street. Okay, I'm at the right street. Oh, it's a green light. Oh, okay, but I don't have a turn signal. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, Detroit. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Detroit, you a little special with y'all traffic lights. The way y'all traffic lights are set up, it's a little special over here. Um, okay. Um, okay, then I gotta turn here. Okay, and then we found out yesterday. If you don't get off my ass, sir, I put my turn signal on. Slow your ass down. Anyway, then we found out yesterday that Young Thug's nephew has been arrested for um murdering his girlfriend. Now, what they had said was, okay, this is Niecy's house right there. Her car's not even here. Lord, where is Niecy? Her car ain't here. But I think it's people that she got people staying at her house, so it's people here, but her car ain't here. Anyway, um, um, okay, so allegedly what had happened was that his nephew called the police, and when the police got there, his girlfriend was deceased, and he was crying, and he said that two armed intruders did it, and he, that's who shot him. But then they said upon further questioning, he admitted that he did it and that it was an accident. Then he told the police that he's Young Thug's nephew. Now, first of all, sir, I don't know what made you think that was a good idea. Did you not know that that your uncle is in jail on RICO charges? What made you think that telling the police that your uncle was Young Thug was going to help you in what world did you think that was going to be helpful? In what world? In what world did you think that was going to be helpful to tell the police that, I'm confused. I'm confused. In what world did you think that was helpful? That's number one. Number two, so you going to jail. They said that young lady was shot in the face. What? So I'm sending my condolences to the family. I'm not making fun of her death at all. I don't want nobody to think that I'm doing that, but I do feel like, what were you thinking, sir? Like what part of your brain was not connecting? Because none of that made sense to me. None of that made sense to me. So that's the update on the YSL situation as of right now, child. That's gonna be another case that it'll be interesting to see how this case twists and turns, because I don't know what kind of evidence they have, but child, all parts of the brain wasn't connected. Clearly not. I could see if you said Joe Biden. Right. I mean, I could even see if this was prior to Young Thug being in his own situation, that you might think, oh, my uncle is a big time rapper and he got money and he got influence. Maybe these police officers might think some kind of way. But your uncle is literally in jail on a RICO charge, sir. What? I don't know what, like, did you not know? You been under a rock? Did you not know he was in jail? You ain't know? Child, these people are a mess. So then Omarion is dropping a 5-part docu-series on the Millennial Tour, child. And they did a trailer for it. And from the trailer, he's alluding to, all questions will be answered, and y'all are gonna see that they're the problem and not me, yada yada yada, boo boo boo, child. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick of all of y'all at this point, really with no truth matter. I'm sick of Omarion, I'm sick of Lil Fizz, I'm sick of all of them. Lil Fizz, Boo Boo, whoever all these other people are. Y'all know I don't even know who the people are in the damn group. Um, but we'll see we know what went down at the tour. We know what went down at the tour. Like, all of y'all was on some fugazi, but y'all needed each other. Because let's be clear, at the end of the day, all y'all needed each other. Because if y'all didn't need each other, y'all would have never did the tour. Cause don't say it was for the fans and all that. Child, the fans ain't that they wasn't that pressed. Okay, this wasn't for the fans. This was for you. This was cause y'all needed the money. Um, that part I do believe. I do believe that Omarion, I ain't gonna use the word begged because I think beg might be a bit of a stretch, but I do believe that Omarion needed that check. I believe that. I believe that he because other than that, what else? Why else would you do the tour? It's the 5 parts that's a problem. Okay, because I don't think we need 5 parts. I don't think we need 5 parts. And I'm gonna be honest. I know y'all gonna want me to watch it and talk about it. I don't know if I can give y'all 5 parts. I just don't know if I can enough. If it were new edition, maybe, but I don't know if I care enough about because here's the thing. At the end of the day, I don't think any of us, and when I say, I'm saying like anybody that's got some common sense or whatever, I don't think any of us are fooled into understanding what the situation is. But it's either whether you are cool team Omarion or team the rest of them. But I believe everything. Well, I ain't say everything, but I believe 90% of what they said about Omarion that he was full of himself. He got a big head. He got arrogant. He thought he was the shit. He wanted to go solo. He didn't care. Once he went solo, he kicked all of them to the curb, and he didn't care no more about what happened to him. It's not a new story. It's not even. It's not even a original story. Like we've seen it happen a million times. We can go back the history of bands, the history of singing groups, and it has happened. I mean, hell, look at Dreamgirls. They made a whole movie about it. It happens over and over and over and over. So I believe it. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely believe it. But people like I don't need to see a 5 part docu-series to know what happened. All shade to B2K, but I don't care. That was my childhood. Y'all were a teeny bopper group that parted ways. I grew up and got over it. Right. Like, I don't care either because you were a teenager. I was already grown. Like, I told y'all, I ain't never thought about B2K. I ain't never been to a B2K concert. I can't name y'all, but I don't know if I can name y'all more than 2 B2K songs, and two would be a stretch. I know Bump, 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 and I promise you, I would have to sit here for a really, really, really long time to think of another one. Now, if y'all said it, I might be like, oh, yeah, I do know that song. But honestly, just sitting here by myself thinking, I know Bump, 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 and that is probably it. That is probably it. Okay? Right. The most well, listen, I'm glad y'all don't care. Good. Then I know I ain't got to worry about it then. Because I promise y'all I don't care. And that's the truth of it. That is the truth. And I'll be honest with you. You probably could watch the first episode. The first episode and get the gist of it. Like I don't feel like it need to be five episodes worthy. I feel like the first episode will give you what you need. Right, Vovo. Like hell, I told y'all I could only name two Omarion songs because I really do like Icebox. I ain't even gonna front. I love Icebox. And then he had that Touch song. I don't know if I can name you a third one. See, B2K had a Christmas album. Hey, DC Kool-Aid Lisa, what's up? What's up? Make it make sense. Omarion is headed to OnlyFans. Well, listen, when he get on OnlyFans, y'all send me a screenshot, and that's about the level of my interest. That's it. Just send me a screenshot. That's all. That's it. So let me get over here, y'all. But listen, we're gonna go live at some point, either today or tomorrow before I leave. Me and Nisi will go live. She said she wanted to go live while we were here. She wanted to talk to y'all and check in with everybody. So for those of you who were subscribed to me during the pandemic, y'all know who my Nisi is. She's been in some of my videos. If y'all go back and look at, if you look at my Insecure videos from not the final season, but the season before the final season, she did all of the reviews with me. So if y'all don't know who my niece is, y'all don't know who I'm talking about, go back to my playlist and go to Insecure, not the final season of Insecure, but the season before that. She did my reviews with me. We did them together. And some of my lives she did. No offense, but B2K is not that relevant. There was a whole age demographic that didn't even know they existed. Exactly. Blame Society TV. Oh, you know what? He said he better go to. Listen, like I said, now if he go to OnlyFans, I'm just saying, just send me a screenshot and I'm good. Okay, okay. All the information will be in the first or last episodes. The other four are unnecessary. I feel like the whole thing is unnecessary because nobody cares. Like the people who went on the Millennium Tour, I mean, he did a good job of putting people on the tour that other people like. I'm gonna say this: the Millennium Tour was a good idea for people in that age group, like because they had Mario, they had Bow Wow, they had then they had Marcus Houston at one point. I mean, I know that the roster changed, but you had people who, if they were listening to B2K, they were listening to these people too. That was a really great tour. That was a really great tour. But outside of that, and it was very specific. It was a very specific demographic because, like I said, I could care less. Somebody could have gave me tickets to the Millennium Tour, and I would have gave them away. Like I don't. I have absolutely no interest in anything dealing with, like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. Somebody could have been like, "Here, girl, here go a ticket," and I'd have been like, "Okay, girl," and I would have gave them away. I really would have, because I they don't need 2 hours of my life. I don't. They don't need 2 hours of my life, okay? You know. But but yeah, y'all, let me get off of here. Um, Thank y'all for coming through. And I will be leaving Detroit tomorrow, headed to the next part of my world tour, child. And I'll be there for a couple of days. And then I will be headed home. I believe I'm headed home Wednesday. So I'll be home, Lord willing, I'll be home Wednesday night. And then I am home until I leave for France. And that's not until next month. So once I get home Wednesday, give me about a day to recuperate, child. And then I will, my plan is to get caught up on everything. I know I owe y'all all kinds of stuff, child. I got Dubai. I got Ultimate Girls Trip. I got Love and Marriage DC coming on tonight. Tomorrow is gonna be Real Housewives. The day after that is basketball. I'ma do my best, y'all. I'ma do my best. On this Christmas, while you let me go, good times. Oh, okay. Girl, I've been watching Christmas in July in my hotel room. My aunt, again, the aunt that me and her share in a hotel room, and she likes Christmas in July too. So we've been looking at the Hallmark movies at night, child. How you from Detroit and don't acknowledge Kenya as the queen? I'm not from Detroit. Who told you I was from Detroit? Make it make sense. I am not from Detroit, baby. This is only my second time ever being to Detroit in my life. Okay, I am not from Detroit. No, sir. We need a guy, Joe, to see Backstreet tour, Blackstreet tour. No, I don't. You might. I don't. First of all, half a guy can't sing no more. Have y'all heard Aaron Hall lately? Aaron Hall can't sing no more. Didn't Aaron Hall have a stroke? I think Aaron Hall had a stroke. The last time I saw a guy was like at one of them BET award shows where you know how they be bringing the old people out, and Aaron Hall voice is gone, baby. I don't want to hear no. Mm-mm. And Blackstreet, if they can't get the original Blackstreet, I don't have any interest in seeing Teddy Riley up there singing the lead. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Nope. Now, Jodeci sound good. The last couple of times I've seen Jodeci lately, now I would go see Jodeci. But Blackstreet, if they ain't giving me the original Blackstreet, nope, don't want it. And I don't love Guy, but don't want it. Last time I heard Aaron Hall, he was yelling on a Vlad video. Ooh, Kenya and my aunt do not get along. They went to Cass Tech together. Ooh, ooh. Kenya went to Cass Tech. Every time I hear Cass Tech, all I think about is the Supremes because that's where they went. They went to Cass Tech. Well, I know Donna Ross and I think all three of them went to Cass. No, I think Florence might not have went to Cass. I know Donna Ross and Mary Wilson, I think, went to Cass. I don't think Florence. I could be wrong. I got to go back and look up again. The best part of Aaron Hall is his son and his video vixen baby mama. Oh, I gotta go look them up. I don't know nothing about them. Oh, I didn't realize you were busy, but the facts are the facts. King is the queen. And on that note, I'm going. Goodbye. I'm not doing this, but make it make sense. Love y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Mwah.